So, how do you shift your Jeep Wrangler into four-wheel drive? If you're like me, I got this little thin manual-like thing and then some kind of card that doesn't really give you the details on how to do it. So I did a little bit of research, found it on the internet, and I'm going to run through it with you real quick, and then we're going to take the Jeep out on the road, and I'll get to that in a minute, and we're going to shift into four-wheel drive, high. So what does it say here? Four-wheel drive, high, when to use. Slippery surfaces, loose gravel, light trails, snow or rain. So technically, you're not supposed to use it on asphalt. How to shift? While moving under 40 miles an hour, shift the transmission to neutral. That's your main transmission, right? Shift that to neutral. Pull the transfer case lever from too high, which is normal driving, what you should be in, to 4 high, then shift the main transmission shifter back to drive. That's it. As far as going back to, I guess, regular drive or 2 high, do the same thing in reverse. Go to neutral and then shift back to 2 high. Note, can often be shifted on the fly at higher speeds up to 45 miles an hour by applying constant pressure to the lever. Now, how do you go to four-wheel drive low? When to use: steep inclines, deep mud, rugged terrain, or when maximum torque is needed at low speeds. Example, rock crawling. I don't know how many people out there actually rock crawl with their Jeeps, but I know there are some. How to shift: vehicle must be moving slowly, only 1 to 3 miles per hour. Shift the main transmission to neutral, so you're going out of 2 high or 4 high, depending on where you are, to neutral. Apply constant force to the lever from 4 high, because you're going to hit 4 high first, to 4 low, then shift back to drive. Caution, and this is important. Never use 4 low on drive pavement, as it binds the drive line and can cause damage. Generally keep speeds under 25 miles per hour. Now, there is another section here on disengaging four-wheel drive to 2 high. Let's run through that real quick. How to shift: slow down to 1 to 3 miles per hour, shift to neutral. All right, so you're supposed to slow down 1 to 3 miles per hour, shift to neutral, push the lever up to 2 high, then shift back to drive. So you can't just shift to neutral while you're cruising down the road at 50 miles an hour, according to this, and go back to regular 2-wheel drive or 2 high, or what do they call it here? 2 high. You have to be going 1 to 3 miles per hour, so going slow. So I mentioned when I'm going to test it, I am going to be doing it on pavement. Now, obviously, you want to just go in a straight line, because if you're turning on pavement, all of those wheels that are now being driven, those tires, are going to try to grab to hold, right? Ideally, when you're in four-wheel drive, you want slippage. That's the whole idea, so that it can regain traction, right? Does it hurt to do it on regular pavement? I wouldn't say it hurts unless you're doing it in four-wheel drive low. I would never do that. But in four-wheel drive high, I think as long as you're going straight, you should be fine. Now, you're supposed to engage the 4x4 system once a month for at least 10 miles, is at least everything I've always been told. Who does that? Probably none of us. I would think if you just do it when you have a little bit of time and you're thinking about it, probably better than not doing it at all. And the whole purpose of that is to keep everything lubricated, right? So enough talking. Let's get out on the road and see how it actually does. I'm going to be on a straight area, if you will, and we're going to follow these directions and see just how easy or not it is to go into four-wheel drive high. Okay, we're parked out here on a straightaway, if you will. I'm going to get moving. It says anywhere up to 40 miles an hour, so I'm really going to just let off the gas, let it get rolling, and then we're going to go ahead and switch into neutral with the main transmission, and then we're going to go ahead and pull down, which is usually pretty hard, I guess, or there's a lot of resistance. We're going to pull down to four-wheel drive high, and then we should see an indication here in the dash. So let's go ahead, let's get rolling. And we're at about 3 miles an hour. I'll get up to about 5, I think, something like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to neutral, and I'm gonna pull down to 4-wheel drive high. That actually was pretty easy, and I can feel it. Now I'm gonna go back to drive, okay? And you can see on this screen, the indicator right here says 4 high. I don't really feel a lot of difference in driving than I did before, but I did feel it kind of bogged down a little bit on the engine. So now we're gonna go back to neutral, and it said 1 to 3 miles an hour. So back to neutral, and then we're gonna push back up to 2 high. And I can feel that, and you can see now we're in 2 high, and I'm gonna shift back to drive, just drive away. Pretty simple. Anyway, that's how you do it. It's not, it's really not all that difficult to do. And I gotta say, of the 4-wheel drives that I've used before, I probably could feel it the least as far as the way the Jeep reacts in this model. In my Tacomas, it's felt harder. You could feel the engine bog a little bit more, and you could feel it kind of grabbing a little bit more, I guess. In the other Jeep that I've had, or Jeeps that I've had, you definitely could feel it more. But in this one, man, I really didn't feel a heck of a change, other than the engine kind of bogged down a little bit, probably because it's, you know, there's a bigger power draw, if you will, because now you're turning all the wheels, right? Makes sense. Anyway, that's how you do it. Just wanted to run through it with you guys and for myself. First time I've ever done it in this Jeep. So I'll probably turn around and do it for a little bit more distance, just to, again, kind of lubricate everything. But remember, you're supposed to do this once a month for 10 miles. I don't know. Leave a comment, let me know. You ever put yours into 4-wheel drive? Assuming you're not a heavy 4-wheel drive user, or do you just let it go and don't worry about it? Also, real quick, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on the web. Bye.